Hi everybody and welcome. I'm just so delighted to be able to talk with you here today, and I thank God and the angels for that. You know, one thought that often comes to my mind, or it can be a question that I'm asked as well, and that would be, the importance of community, people coming together. And I know I have often written about it and sometimes spoken a little, but one thing Archangel Michael always says to me, that communities need to be more open. They need to be more forgiving. They need to, in a sense, put away their dislikes or what they don't agree with. And a community should welcome everyone, regardless of, who they are or where they come from, or in a sense, even what they work at. And sometimes over the years I felt so sad when I would experience myself, and my children, when Joe was so sick, and even though he would do his best to be working and have a job, and wouldn't always have it, but always seeing as well the way, in a sense, community would look down on my children, and even the school. And a school should be so open. It should welcome all their children, and it shouldn't put barriers up. It should give all children encouragement, because the school is part of the community. And for my children at that time, it was, how would I say, even when they were teenagers, oh, your dad's unemployed, you come from the poorest area, so nothing will ever become of you children, in that way. And that's not community, and that's still happening today. And that really saddens me, because it shouldn't matter whether a child comes from a poor family or a child comes from a family where maybe daddy's in prison, or someone is a drug addict, or or that there's mental illness within the family and it's physical to see. Community is about openness, welcoming everyone, because I love the way Archangel Michael would point it out. We're all God's children, and God made us as we are. So in one sense we're perfect as well. And I love the way, how would I say this, Archangel Michael would often say to me, Lorna, mankind has many challenges in accepting each other. And at times Archangel Michael would remind me that God has been working so hard to teach us how to live together. And to live together is community. It's not running down each other. It's not putting 1 or 2 or 4 people on pedestals and everyone else is beneath them. Community is about love, compassion and hope, peace, having forgiveness. All of those things that I say you cannot buy, they're not for sale, they're free. We all have them, but we lock them away. And communities have a terrible habit of that. It's like one time there a couple of years ago, seeing a community out, cleaning up the area, working on a green, painting a chair that was under a tree, and seeing this young man coming along and offering help. But he was turned away because, how would I say this? Sometimes it's hard to say, but because to those of the community, this young man came from a family that wasn't very good, and in their eyes, and they looked on this young man that he was negative and bad because he came from that family. And the sad thing was, this young man, who was only about 16, maybe 15, 16, he had a disability. And it was a physical disability, which meant his body didn't move fully correctly. It was hard for him. And that then made, what would I say, mentally he had to figure things out. And yet the community kind of pushed him away. No one said to him, here's a paintbrush, just dip it in that and you can be painting the chair with us. Just a small little gesture like that. It didn't matter whether he made a mess with it in the sense, but he was trying, and that is community, accepting each other, regardless of our flaws in that way, because your guardian angel loves you unconditionally. It doesn't matter what flaws you think you have or others think you have. And all of the angels, and God loves you. I would just love communities to be a little bit more open. As I always say, I love you all, and I don't care, what disability you have or what mental issue you have or who you are or where you come from, or in a sense, how good you have been or maybe how bad you have been. We all need a chance, and a place where we can all get that chance and change is a community, and that is in the sense the world and the countries of the world all coming together, mankind, united as one big, huge community on this planet Earth. So I'm just going to say, and from Archangel Michael as well, God bless you and love you, and I always will love you. Bye-bye, love you.